Imagine, if you will, rising gently into the morning air. The world below begins to shrink, yet its true character starts to reveal itself. We are floating above the heart of China, in the central plains of Henan province. This is Xuchang, a city whose name has echoed through the corridors of time for millennia. It is a place deeply rooted in the earth, a cradle of stories and dynasties. From this vantage point, we are not simply looking at a map of streets and buildings. We are about to witness a living, breathing organism, a community that has flourished here for thousands of years, drawing life from the fertile land and the rivers that snake across it. This is not just a tour, it is a gentle communion with history itself. The history of Xuchang is as rich and deep as the soil that surrounds it. As we begin our ascent, the world transforms. The peaceful sounds of the city fade into a collective, gentle hum. Below us, Xuchang is stirring from its slumber. The layout of the city becomes wonderfully clear from this height. We can see the grid-like patterns of modern districts intersecting with the more organic, winding lanes of older neighborhoods. It is a living map telling a story of growth and change. The dark, uniform rectangles of factory roofs on the outskirts give way to a dense patchwork of residential buildings. Look there, at the first signs of movement. Tiny vehicles like patient beetles begin to navigate the boulevards, their headlights tracing paths of light in the dim morning. Our gentle climb continues, and the full panorama of Xuchang and its surrounding countryside comes into view. The city is an island of human creation, nestled within a sea of green. Now, let us turn our gaze to the city's green spaces, the verdant oases that function as its lungs. From our celestial viewpoint, these parks and gardens stand out as lush jewels set within the urban grid. Another beautiful green space that catches the eye is Yanling National Exposition Garden of flowers and plants. Even from this distance, its meticulous design is visible. As we drift over different neighborhoods, we notice that green is everywhere, not just in the large designated parks. Small community gardens are tucked between apartment buildings. These parks are more than just decorative. They are the social heart of Xuchang. Look closely, and you can see them teeming with life. Flowing through the heart of the city, like silver ribbons unfurled across the landscape, are Xuchang's life-giving rivers. The two most prominent are the Qingyi River and the Ying River. From our elevated position, we can trace their meandering paths as they curve and bend through the urban environment. Bridges, both old and new, span the river at regular intervals. The Ying River, flowing with a quiet dignity, tells a similar story of harmony between nature and the city. Its banks are often home to wetlands and natural reserves. Observing the rivers from above reveals their central role in the daily rhythm of life. In the morning, their banks are alive with joggers and walkers. Lowering our gaze from the grand features of the city, we can begin to appreciate the intricate details of the world below. The rooftops of Xuchang form a fascinating and varied tapestry. In the older, more traditional quarters, we see the gentle sloping curves of gray-tiled roofs, often clustered around a central courtyard. Yet even here, signs of life are abundant. The rooftops of commerce and public life add another layer to this urban tapestry. The distinctive blue or red roofs of schools are often adjacent to open sports fields. From our serene vantage point, we are privileged observers of the quiet, unscripted moments of daily life. A delivery driver on a scooter navigates a narrow alleyway. As we drift over the city, our eyes are drawn to structures that seem to carry the weight of centuries. The most significant of these is the area associated with Cao Cao, the great strategist of the Three Kingdoms period. Another profound site is the Guan Yu Temple, dedicated to the legendary General Guan Yu. From our aerial perspective, the temple complex is a pocket of deep traditional color and architecture. We can also spot the remnants of the old city walls and gates. While much of the original wall is gone, its path can still be traced in the layout of the city's older districts. These historical sites are not isolated relics. They are woven into the living city. We can see modern roads curving around an ancient mound, and residential buildings standing respectfully beside centuries-old temples. While Xuchang's history is profound, its present is equally vibrant. Soaring skyscrapers of glass and steel punctuate the skyline, their reflective surfaces mirroring the clouds and the sky. The infrastructure of the city also tells a story of progress. Look at the intricate network of highways and overpasses that loop and weave around the city's edge. Beyond the tall buildings and transport hubs, modernity reveals itself in other ways. We can see the vast, orderly campuses of new universities and technical colleges. This pulse of modernity is not jarring or chaotic when viewed from the sky. The new developments are often clustered in designated zones, planned with care to include green spaces and wide avenues. One of the most captivating aspects of our aerial journey is witnessing the seamless blend of old and new. Look down at a street corner where a traditional tea house sits peacefully in the shadow of a towering modern shopping mall. This weaving of time is visible everywhere. A wide 6-lane boulevard filled with modern cars might suddenly narrow and flow into an ancient lane, just wide enough for a bicycle and a pedestrian. We can see residential areas where modern apartment blocks have been built around a preserved ancestral hall or a small neighborhood temple. The city planners seem to have taken great care not to bulldoze the past. The daily lives of the people below reflect this beautiful synthesis. This is not a society in conflict with itself, but one that has found a remarkable balance between tradition and progress. As our 10-minute journey through the sky comes to a close, we begin our gentle descent. The city below grows larger, its details becoming sharper and more distinct. We have seen Xuchang not as a collection of streets and buildings, but as a living entity, a place of profound history and vibrant life. We have witnessed the gentle embrace of its rivers, the green pulse of its parks. The enduring charm of Xuchang lies in its quiet confidence. It does not shout for attention, but its appeal is found in the graceful curve of a river, the peacefulness of a park at dawn. Our flight is over, but the feeling of peace and wonder lingers. Xuchang has shared its story with us, a tale of resilience, harmony, and deep connection between people and their land. The quiet charm of Xuchang is a memory to be cherished,